So today we have an interesting story. It's about you know how scientists are normally, right? So these are all special geniuses. There's a famous story about this scientist. So the scientist invites his best friend home for dinner. All of us know how we have invited our friends home for dinner. So how it is, right? Especially the ladies know, there's a lot of preparation, cooking, a whole day of cooking. But the scientist, poor fellow, he doesn't know how to cook. So he has a professional cook who comes and cooks. So when the cook came, scientist said that, okay, my friend is coming for dinner. Make sure that these are the food he likes. So prepare this and keep it ready. So the cook comes in, prepares all the food. Professional cook arranges it very nicely on the table, covers it. You know how when food is covered with nice things, so that it is kept warm. And tells the scientist, okay, that food is kept ready, and the cook leaves. Scientist gets busy with his normal work. He's doing experiments. He gets busy with that. And that's the time when the friend comes. The friend comes in, sees the scientist engrossed in his work. Experiments, like Silja was meditating, right? Silja was meditating like this, right? Okay. I don't know. That is a joke. That is a joke. So, scientist was totally engrossed in his experiments, right? Like most of us on Instagram or on Facebook, totally engrossed, right? Even on dinner table, we are engrossed, right? So, scientist was totally engrossed. So the friend comes in. He sees the scientist busy. Thought he will wait. So the friend waits. 1 hour passes. Again waits, and now the friend is really hungry. Again it becomes 2 hours. Still scientist is not moving. He's so engrossed in his work. And then when you're hungry, the smell of food gets into you really fast, right? And it's nice hot food which was kept on the dinner table, and the smell becomes so acute, right? And this is food which he normally loves. So the friend decides, okay, let me go and check what is kept. He goes to the dinner table, checks all the nice food is kept. He opens the covers, and he said, okay, let me taste it a little bit. So it is like people eating chips, right? I'll have only one. Put one bite, and then what happens? Tap 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 tap. The whole packet goes in, right? The same way, what happened was the guy was so hungry that he finishes the food, and then he covers it back, and then he goes and waits near the scientist. Scientist finishes his experiments and finally gets a result, and he's so happy. He jumps out in joy and says, "Oh yeah!" When he jumps up, he sees his friend. Then he's going, "Oh, you have come. Okay. I'm really hungry. Let's go and I was doing this experiment, and now I'm really hungry. Let's go and have food." And he pulls his friend to the dinner table. Both of them are at the dinner table, and his friend is like, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what is going to happen?" And the scientist goes and opens the covers. And the food is all gone. And you know what the scientist said? Can anybody guess what the scientist said? One guess. Okay, Asta. What did the scientist say? That's what I said. Okay. Silja, what happened? What did the scientist say? No control. Scientists goes like, okay, oh my god, I might have eaten the food, it's so forgetful of me, right? But I thought I'm hungry, but obviously I have already eaten the food. The plates are all empty. I was so busy in the experiments, I forgot that I have eaten the food. I'm so sorry. Hey, let's go out and have dinner. Right? This is an actual story. I'm so sorry. I was so hungry probably, but I forgot that I have eaten the food. And I ate the whole thing. Your food also I ate. I'm so sorry. Let's go out for dinner. Right. Now, this is an actual story of a scientist who is so engrossed in his work, who loves his work so much. Now, how do you connect that with yoga? This is an actual story. It really happened. Now, you connect that with yoga. When Silja is actually meditating, not teaching. Right? When she is actually meditating. Okay. So, how do we connect that with yoga? Someone has to take a guess. Okay, Amit is normally very good at that. Amit, you can take a guess. The question was, the scientist was so engrossed in his work that he has no idea about whether he had dinner or not had dinner. And he was thinking that he has already had dinner, right? So that he was so engrossed in something, right? He even forgot what really happened. So how do we relate that to our yoga practice? Absolutely. So what happens, this is what the difference between dharana, dhyana and samadhi. Right? So dharana is you are focusing on something. Okay, so Silja is saying that, okay, focus on your Agni Chakra, feel the sensation there. Okay, all of you are focusing. Suddenly, I'm hungry, thought comes in, right? Breakfast time, thought comes in, and then you bring it back, right? So still the breakfast thought is coming. Then it becomes dhyana. When it becomes dhyana, you are not thinking about anything else. You are only thinking about the sensation here. Nothing else, right? Only the sensation here. Right? So whatever happens around you, you have no idea because you are completely in that focus. Okay, so that is what is called dhyana or meditation. Right? You're focusing on something exclusive of everything else. So only one pointed attention on something for a long period. That is dhyana. That is meditation. Right? Only when you achieve that state, you understand that, okay, you're progressing somewhere in your meditative practices or in your yogic practices. So when you are practicing this, if you're just doing it for 5 minutes, you will never get this. Right? So you take an object of meditation. So it can be for, focus on your Agni Chakra or whatever you're focusing on. And when you are able to sit there for 20 minutes minimum and even hours without the mind going anywhere else. Okay, so that is the state of meditation, right? And when you are in that meditative state, only then you can start achieving something in your spiritual progress. You're, progressing in spiritually. The same thing happens into the scientist. So scientist is so engrossed in his experiments and exclusive of everything else, and that's why he's one of the most famous scientists in the world. You know this guy, his name is Newton, right? Yeah, so when we are meditating, okay, even though in the class we are meditating only for 5 minutes, this is what you have to try and achieve in your daily practice when you're meditating, right? So even if it is 20 minutes, eventually it has to be one pointed attention on the object of meditation. It doesn't matter what the object is, right? What we are teaching in the class, it can be eyebrow center, it can be heart center, it can be Om, Don't think about food, hamburger, chocolate, ice cream. What we are teaching here in the class. Okay, so I'll take your leave. I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Thank you.